Welcome back to the Arsenal podcast. Welcome back to the Arsenal podcast. Interesting piece of news. Fabrizio Romano gives credit to Charles Watts. I told you Charles Watts broke the Atletico Madrid Thomas Partey deal, and Romano was still reporting the Atletico Madrid side that there are no bids, there are no moves, all those everything. Of course but now. Confirmed, Fabrizio Romano, my man. Here we go. My man. Listen to this. It's a pinned tweet, and this is what it says. Thomas Partey is now flying to London. Atletico Madrid board has received the notification 1 hour ago from Arsenal for Thomas Partey. AFC are set to trigger the release clause for 50 million euros tonight. Race against time. Then here we go. Finally, my man, we get our man. Atletico Madrid will complete the Lucas Torreira deal on loan. Do I have to say anything bigger than that to show that I'm happy? Chelsea, go and fuck yourselves. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. Now, I want to do this video as a fan, not as podcast reporter or something like that. I want to do it as a fan because I'm feeling so happy, and I might just get excited and then lose the journalistic ways of reporting and so on. So let me just say it as a fan. Fabrizio Romano confirms, Charles Watts confirms, the player is flying to London, and anytime he is going to arrive in London, do his medicals at Colony. Now there are reports that he has done a medical at in Spain, but there are also other reports that he's going to do his medical in London. Race against time. That is where the problem is. Now I'm not really sure if his medical is if his medicals have been done in Spain or his medicals are going to be done in Colony. But of course I'll find out and give you the information, like I've always promised, right? The player is arriving in London very very soon. It's just a matter of time. And I'm surprised it's not even trending on Twitter. I don't know what's happening. It's not trending on Twitter in England. It's not trending on Twitter. But he must be trending. Race against time. Now we have to get that £15 million paid to Atletico Madrid as soon as possible. We have to do. Of course, the announcement can come at any time. It can come even 2 weeks after, because if he's our man, then the announcement can come after. But what we have to do right now, the only work left is to pay that money to Atletico Madrid to make sure that the deal between us and Atletico Madrid is over. Well done, Atletico Madrid. Finally, you forced the right move out of Arsenal. We always want cheap things, But finally, Thomas Partey will be arriving in London to make his deal official, medicals and everything. And here we go. No negotiations, just like the Donny van de Beek deal with Manchester United. I was envying United and I was like, how do you do a deal without negotiation? How can even Arsenal ever do a deal without negotiation? But it happened. It just happened. We are doing a deal with, through notifications, because, Belek says Arsenal had to pass that money to La Liga. Then La Liga had to send the notification to Atletico Madrid. And this is where Fabrizio Romano was getting it wrong. And this is what I told you. You guys always say BBC, you guys always say Sky, but the blogs, the small outlets like Goal, like The Athletic, get the news fast, they give it to you guys, you don't believe it. Athletic and Goal.com broke this story before Sky, before BBC, and not even Al Jazeera, and you guys, because you're stuck in your brains are stuck. You guys have the nerve to come on my channel and say fake news, say it again. I dare you to say it again, that's fake news. You shout all over, with all your crap, fake news, this is a clickbait. Say it again. And I'll block you. Say it again. Oh my God. You guys, you don't know how I'm feeling right now. Just tell me, give me your comments. I'm planning on coming live because, you know, there are so many stories, you know, coming on, and that's why I'm not really coming live. There's so many stories. I've done that story about the new striker, 18-year-old. He's signing for Arsenal. Now there is a new story. Thomas Partey flying to London. There is another story that he's doing. You know, he has done his medical in Spain. We have to cover all those. We have to cover all those. The new Patrick Vieira, according to some Arsenal fans. But for me, I would say the new Song Belong, because I put them in the same bracket. When I remember what Song Belong exactly offered at Arsenal and what we expect out of Thomas Partey, the two, you know, the two are compatible. But when you say the new Patrick Vieira, it's like Vieira is not a legend. How do you compare him to someone who has not even joined the club? Yes, I mean, he has not, you know, made his debut. Don't crucify me, don't crucify me, don't crucify me. He hasn't made his debut. And probably, you know, he's gonna make his debut when we need him most. When we have Leicester City, when you have Manchester City, when you have Manchester United. Trust me, you cannot have that crap of the midfield and then you're going against that quality. We were lacking a lot of quality. We were lacking a lot of quality. You just can't believe it that Arsenal is the only club in the Premier League top 6, top 7 clubs with the worst midfield. I just can't stand that. You know, I just couldn't stand that. Whenever I looked around the clubs in the Premier League, looked into their midfield, looked through their midfield, compared their players to ours, we have the worst midfield ever in the Premier League this season. You wanna say no? Give me a club give me one club we are better than in terms of midfield. One club like this. One club. And it is one department that was letting us down. We have a good goalkeeper. The defense is getting better. The midfield is absolute rubbish, crap, and think about any bad word you can call it. It's like the Liverpool performance or the Manchester United performance over the weekend. You can choose what you can choose one word to call it. Then our striking and attack is okay. Willian, Pepe, Aubameyang, Bukayo Saka, Lacazette, we are fine. The midfield is letting us down. And finally, we get a man. I don't know if you guys haven't watched, the highlights of this man on YouTube. You're missing a lot. If you've not been watching the La Liga, you're missing a lot. You need to know, you need to see what Thomas Partey does. Thomas Partey is a bowler. Leave alone Ndombele, leave alone Van der Beek, leave alone these, crazy, players, people talk about of, things that even don't make sense to me. Thomas Partey is a bowler. He's one player you would want to see on that ball every weekend. He's a midfield dynamite. How I wish we could get a creative midfielder on top of Thomas Partey. That would be the best, the best window. But somehow, because we are never on time, we missed out on getting a creative midfielder. I don't mean how Semawa. I mean, even if we have, we should have gone for someone like Ben Rama. That quality is lacking. That quality is lacking. Someone who can get us into the into the dangerous areas when we are playing clubs like Sheffield, when we are playing clubs like Crystal Palace, when we are playing clubs like West Brom, clubs that always sit behind the ball, 10 men behind in defense. How do you break them down? You need that creative masterpiece. You need that creative masterpiece, and we don't have it. Ceballos is not good enough. I've told you, and I've done his statistics here, I've done his analysis here. He's not good enough. He's very good as a player who can come from the bench, or a player who can, play seldom. But not the kind of, creative midfielder you want at Arsenal. Not that flat passing he does. No. We need that man who could get us into those difficult, dangerous areas. Break down, clubs like Chess Fabregas. That man. Because we have the Song Belong now. We have, the midfield drop has arrived. But that man, the man who softens the hard defense, is lacking, still lacking. But anyway, let us first celebrate. I don't have anything to drink because I'm broke. But if I wasn't, I should have just, bought the most expensive, whiskey or wine, and they celebrate Partey arriving in England anytime soon. And when he arrives, I'll do another video. Partey arrives. Now, he's flying. That is okay. Fabrizio Romano confirms and everything. And let me tell you, this doesn't mean that we have a successful transfer window. No. But it puts us somewhere. How I wish players like Lucas Torreira could stay and we add Thomas Partey to such quality. Do you know what that means? You have Lucas Torreira waiting on the bench. You have Thomas Partey starting the game. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. But anyway, I don't want to count eggs that are not ours anymore. I don't want to, count numbers that, are not realistic. Realistically, Partey is becoming an Arsenal player very soon. Very, very soon. I'm coming back. You get me? I'm coming.